下心事和怨恨，也许还有一线生机。
江湖是祖宗争来的，绝不能败在我们手里。
我八年探索，苦练至今，无时无刻不在心里和你决斗。
今天就是你一显身手的时候，杀！
自今日起，武林再也没有谢氏一族，唯我独尊。你情愿怎么死？
死在我尊重的界限。
Aloha! Hey, this is Trinidad, your island man. Hope everything's been going okay for you guys. I've been going to see some movies. Tomorrow is Rogue One. But in the meantime, I went ahead and I saw a Chinese movie called The Swords Master. So this was called The Swords Master. And as you can imagine, it was about ancient China and martial arts. What we would call, I guess, in the old days, the chop sake flicks. So, but, you know, this is being part of the newer age, so it's a Chinese movie. But it's a Chinese martial arts kung fu movie, essentially. And as you guessed, it's about a swordsman. I tried to show you the trailer. Hopefully it came out okay. But I'm not sure about that. But hopefully it came out all right. So overall, you know, remember, shock a thumbs up. It's good to go. Shock a thumbs down. I wouldn't recommend it or don't see it. So I'd say shock a thumbs up. It's pretty good, especially if you like martial art movies. You know, it's kind of pretending to be a crouching dragon, hidden tiger kind of thing, or a crouching tiger, hidden dragon thing. I'd say it was much better than the Netflix show, you know, the Crouching Dragon Hidden Tiger Part 2. So, but overall, I'd still say it was a Chinese, you know, martial arts movie. So that being said, it wasn't all that. But still, you know, if there's nothing else to see, I'd say go ahead and go see it. Especially if you like that kind of genre martial arts movie. It's closer to, I'd say this, the Chinese version of the Japanese anime or live action movie that was made off the anime Roro Kenshin. You know, or the gentler version of Samurai X. Essentially, in this movie, The Swordsman, the Chinese movie, you have a swordsman who's really good martial artist who gets tired of all the killing that has taken place. So he goes ahead and he fakes his death and disappears to live as pretty much a peasant. And becomes a farmer, essentially, like in so many martial arts movies or even cowboy movies. And so what takes place is he falls in love with a peasant girl. Now, in his life as a swordsman, he was supposed to marry some princess of another martial arts rival school and thus solidify a unifying bond between the rival martial arts factions. And, well, since he takes off and doesn't want to do that, that kind of goes out the window. Now, what makes this kind of a unique story in it is that there's a rival who wants to fight him, finds out that he's dead, but the rival, in being such a bad guy and devoting his life to evil, you know, so that he could fight this sword master, you know, he's dying. And so basically with his last few months of life, he goes ahead and he befriends a village and essentially begins to follow the hero path. He kind of gives up his evil ways, helps these peasants, and voila, this peasant village that he comes across just happens to have the swordsman in it that he wanted to fight. But he ends up teaching him his secrets, his secret style and technique, and helping him to once more pick up the sword. So that's kind of a unique story. So I did enjoy that aspect of it, but and there is a little bit more of a unique thing in it, in the fact that the hero, this master swordsman, gets the girl in the end. So, whereas in many movies like this, it ends in tragedy. I mean, there are some sad, tragic parts of it, love lost and all this stuff. But essentially, unlike many other Chinese movies, he gets the girl. And it's kind of a happy ending, in a way. I mean, he becomes this is where I draw direct comparisons with Roro Kenshin, that he begins to travel the land as a martial artist or swordsman, and he says, I will now help people, but I will not kill anyone. So right there, and the fact that he's a swordsman, and amazingly enough, he has a scar right on his cheek, not an X. I think the Japanese would sue the Chinese production for that. But he's got a sword scar across his cheek, just like, Samurai X or Roro Kenshin. And he gets the girl, like in Roro Kenshin, whereas in Samurai X, she dies. Well, in Roro Kenshin, she kind of dies anyways, but he gets another girl. And while essentially this is a very similar story. So if you like that anime, if you've seen the live action version, you may like this movie as well. The Chinese costuming is, again, really nice. The period sets are really nice. But, and this is a 2016 movie. So, the quality is up there, and the martial arts are always great. The kung fu in this, the swordsmanship, very, very well choreographed. So, like I said, if you're a fan of it, definitely the Shaka thumbs up. I would recommend this movie. If you don't get into that, kind of stuff, martial art movies, then it's not for you. But, there's a little bit of CGI blood in it, but overall it's not very harsh. So, I wouldn't take little kids to go see it, but if your, teenage or 12, 13-year-old son wants to, likes martial arts, enjoys those kind of karate movies and stuff, definitely take him to go see it. Shaka thumbs up all the way.